Welcome to Practice English Conversations. Are you ready to practice your English and become more fluent? Let's get started.
Hi, Ethan. How are you today?
Hi, Sophie. I am fine, thank you. How are you?
I am good too. Today, I want to talk about our favorite subjects at school. Do you like to talk about the subjects you study?
Yes, I do. I think my school subjects are very interesting. I love learning new things.
Great. I have many questions about your favorite subjects. Can we talk about that?
Of course, Sophie. I am happy to share my ideas about school subjects with you.
Ethan, what subjects do you study at school?
I study many subjects. I have math, science, English, history, art, and music. What about you, Sophie?
I study similar subjects. I like English, science, and art. I also have math and history. Some days, I even study physical education.
That is good. I like most of these subjects, but I have one favorite subject. Which subject is your favorite?
I like English very much because I love reading and writing. But I also enjoy art because I can be creative. What is your favorite subject?
I like science. I love learning about experiments in nature. Science makes me curious about the world.
Science is very interesting. I sometimes enjoy science too, especially when we do experiments in class. Let's talk about math first. Do you like math, Ethan?
Math is sometimes hard, but I like it. I enjoy solving problems and puzzles. It makes me think.
I agree. Math is not always easy, but it is fun when you solve a problem. I like when my teacher shows me a new way to solve an equation.
Yes, my math teacher is very kind. He explains things clearly. Even if math is difficult, I feel happy when I understand a problem.
That is true. Now, about science. What experiments do you like?
I like the experiments about plants and the weather. I once did an experiment on how plants grow, with different amounts of water. It was very interesting.
Wow, that sounds fun. I remember doing an experiment about magnets. It was surprising to see how some metals stick to a magnet and others do not.
Science makes me ask many questions. I like to know why things happen. That is why I like science.
I feel the same. Learning about the world makes me curious and excited to learn more. Let's talk about English, my favorite subject. Why do you like English, Ethan?
I like English because I love reading stories and writing essays. My teacher also gives us interesting stories to read.
Yes, I love reading books and writing short stories. I also like to learn new words. English helps me to express my ideas.
I agree. Learning new words makes me feel like I have a big world in my mind. We can talk with people from different countries with English.
That is a good point. Now, what about history? Do you enjoy history classes?
History is interesting. I like learning about old times and how people lived. My history teacher tells us many stories about the past.
I enjoy history too. I like to know about famous people and big events. It helps me understand the world.
Sometimes, history is like a big story. I like that idea.
Yes, history is like a long story that teaches us many lessons. Ethan, what do you think about art?
I like art, but it is not my favorite. I think art is fun because you can draw and paint. I sometimes draw in my free time.
I love art very much. I like to paint with watercolors and draw pictures of nature. It makes me feel creative and calm.
That is wonderful. Art helps me to see the beauty in small things. I like to look at paintings and sometimes try to copy them.
Yes, copying a painting helps you learn techniques. What about music? Do you like music classes?
Yes, I like music. I play the piano, and I sometimes sing in the school choir. Music makes me feel happy.
That is great. I also love music. I play the guitar and sometimes write simple songs. Music is a way to share my feelings.
Music and art are both creative subjects. They help us express our emotions.
I agree. They are important parts of our education. Ethan, do you like physical education? PE.
Yes, I like PE. I enjoy running, playing football, and doing exercises. It makes me feel energetic.
I like PE too. It is fun to play games and be active. It also makes me feel strong and healthy.
Sometimes I find PE very challenging, but I try my best.
I think all subjects are important. Even if some are hard, they help us learn different skills.
That is right. Every subject teaches us something new. I try to do my homework for every subject.
Homework is important. It helps us understand what we learn in class. What do you think of your teachers, Ethan? Do they make the subjects interesting?
Yes, my teachers are very kind. My science teacher shows us many experiments, and my English teacher tells us interesting stories. They help me learn better.
I am happy to hear that. My art teacher is very creative. She encourages me to try new techniques. My math teacher also explains things very slowly, so I can understand.
Our teachers are very important. They make school fun and help us learn new things.
Yes, and our classmates help us too. I like to work in groups sometimes. It makes learning more enjoyable.
I agree. Working with friends on projects is a good way to learn. We share ideas and help each other.
It is good to learn from one another. I feel that every day in school is a new adventure. Ethan, do you like doing your homework?
Sometimes I like homework, but sometimes it is hard. I try to finish my homework on time.
I also work hard on my homework. I usually do my homework after school in the afternoon.
Studying every day helps me understand the subjects better. I sometimes study with my friends at the library.
That is a good idea. I study at home, but sometimes I go to the library too. It is quiet there.
I think that planning my study time is important. It makes me feel less stressed.
Yes, planning is very helpful. When I review my notes, I feel more confident in my classes. Do you have a favorite project or class activity, Ethan?
I like the science projects the most. Last term, I made a volcano model, and it was very exciting. What about you, Sophie?
I loved our art project where we painted a big mural. It was fun to work with my classmates and see our ideas on the wall.
That sounds very creative. I also enjoyed the history project, where we made a timeline of famous events.
I think projects make the subjects come alive. They help us see the real world in what we learn.
Yes, and they are a good way to work together with friends.
I always look forward to class activities. They make school more interesting. Ethan, do you feel ready for the exams next term?
I feel a little nervous, but I am studying hard every day. I want to do well in all my subjects, especially science and math.
I understand. I study every night and review my notes. I want to get good grades in English and history.
Good grades are important, but I think learning is more important than the grades.
Yes, I agree. I want to learn as much as I can and use my knowledge in the future.
I hope to study engineering because I love science. What about you, Sophie?
I want to study literature or art. I love reading stories and creating art. I want to be creative in the future.
That is wonderful. I think our favorite subjects now can guide us in our future.
Yes, they help us see what we enjoy and what we are good at. Ethan, can you tell me a story about a time when you really enjoyed a subject?
Sure, Sophie. One time in my science class, we did an experiment with water and air. We made a small model of a balloon that expanded. I was amazed to see the science in action. It made me love science even more.
That is a great story. I remember in my English class, we wrote a poem about nature. I was very proud of my poem, and my teacher said it was very creative.
It is nice to have moments like these. They make school life exciting.
Yes, I feel that these moments make me want to learn more and try harder.
I agree. When we enjoy what we study, learning becomes fun.
Do you enjoy class discussions, Ethan?
Yes, I do. I like when the teacher asks us questions and we share our ideas. It is a good way to learn from each other.
I also enjoy group work. When we work in teams, we share our knowledge and help each other.
That is true. Group work helps me understand difficult topics better.
Sometimes I feel nervous to speak in front of the class, but my friends always support me.
I feel the same. We can practice speaking with each other and feel more confident.
Yes, practicing with friends makes a big difference. Ethan, which teacher do you like the most and why?
I like my science teacher because she makes experiments fun. She explains things slowly and clearly. What about you, Sophie?
I like my English teacher very much. She reads interesting stories and helps me write better. She also gives us creative assignments.
It is great when teachers make subjects fun and clear. They make learning enjoyable.
Yes, and they always encourage us to ask questions.
I believe that a friendly learning environment makes school a better place.
I agree. It makes me feel happy and eager to learn every day. Ethan, do you have any ideas for new projects or activities in your favorite subjects?
I want to do more science experiments next term. I think it would be fun to work on a project about renewable energy.
That sounds very interesting. I would like to do a project in art where we create a large mural about our community.
Projects like that help us use our creativity. They are a great way to learn together.
Yes, I think we should share our ideas with our teachers. It might help the class to have more practical activities.
I agree. I want to work on my project with a group of friends. It is easier to learn together.
Working together makes the work more enjoyable. I look forward to new projects next term. Ethan, how do you plan to prepare for the exams in your favorite subjects?
I plan to review my notes every day and study a little bit each night. I also want to do extra practice in science and math.
That is a good plan. I will study with my classmates in a study group. We can help each other with difficult topics.
Study groups are very helpful. They make learning more fun and less stressful.
I also like to use online videos and articles to understand topics better. Sometimes I watch a short video about a science experiment or a historical event.
I do that too. It helps me see the subject in a different way.
Yes, using different study methods makes a big difference. Ethan, I feel that our favorite subjects not only teach us facts, but also help us learn about ourselves.
I agree, Sophie. Learning about science, art, and literature helps us to understand the world and our own interests.
Yes, and they help us think about what we want to do in the future.
I believe that when we love a subject, we work harder and learn more.
That is very true. I feel that every subject has something unique to offer.
And sharing our ideas with friends makes school life much more interesting.
I am happy we can talk about these subjects. It makes me more excited about learning. Ethan, our conversation today made me think about how important it is to follow our interests. I want to study hard and enjoy every subject.
I feel the same, Sophie. I believe that our favorite subjects will help us build our future and guide us in our careers.
I hope we can continue to learn and share our ideas about school subjects. It is fun to talk about what we love.
Yes, I look forward to more conversations like this. They motivate me to do my best in school.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts, Ethan. I feel inspired to work harder and explore my favorite subjects even more.
Thank you, Sophie. I enjoyed our talk very much. Let's keep encouraging each other in our studies.
Absolutely. I will see you in class tomorrow, and we can talk more about our projects and ideas.
I look forward to it, Sophie. Have a great day and study well.
Thank you, Ethan. You too. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Sophie.
Great job practicing with us today. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next English conversation. See you in the next video. Keep practicing and stay confident.